But today we are starting up a Disney live stream. We're going to even make our own channel eventually. We're starting out on this channel right now. I am bringing the heat right now from the Skyliner, from Caribbean Beach to be exact. It is hot as a firecracker right here. I have my Tommy Bahama shirt. I'm rocking this out. I'm proud of it. I love this shirt. And we are going to walk around Caribbean Beach, around Riviera, around Pop Century. We're going to ride the Skyliner a little bit. I may go to Epcot, I may not. It's depending on what time we kind of get this done by, I should say, because I'll tell you, if it gets too late, around 7 o'clock, if you go near that Skyliner, near Epcot at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, when that's going towards the fireworks as far as time frames, it is very hard to move and groove. So hopefully everything will play out well. We'll get to Epcot, we'll see what happens. And again, this is the first live stream. I know it's going to be a process of learning how to do this. And just going through this is a hell of a lot different than doing interviews. So we'll see what happens. And we are going to maneuver our way through some of these Disney resorts. And besides that, again, we're going to go and take a ride on the Skyliner. So I'm going to flip the script here, and see what's happening here. Again, just bear with me. This is the first time we're doing this. All right. So this is where we're at right now. We're going to take a quick walk around Caribbean Beach. And we're going to start around an area where I don't think a lot of people kind of enjoy or walk around in. This is more so obviously in the back you can see the Skyliner. I hope this isn't too shaky. I just bought this literally at Best Buy the other day. And it's to make sure that when I do live stream, there's not as much shaking and baking with the hands. So hopefully everything will play out pretty well. Again, this is the first live stream, so just bear with me. Give me a little bit of a break. We're going to knock this around, get this sorted out, and by the time we're done, we are going to produce a very, very good live stream, a lot of good videos in general. We're going to go to Disney resorts. We're going to go to also the monorail, Skyliner. We're going to go to, well, let me get out of the way before I get murdered here. How you doing? All right, we are back here. So again, we're going to go to the Skyliner. We're going to go to the resorts. We're going to go to restaurants, try out new foods. We are going to go to the theme parks, of course. We're going to do some videotapes of, there's no videotapes anymore for people listening to this that are younger probably than 30 or maybe 25. They don't even know probably what the heck videotapes are. But regardless of that, we are not going to videotape because there is no such thing as videotapes anymore. I guess you can still record things on videotape. I do have a VCR that's not really in use, but I still have videotapes in general. But we are going to go to, again, resorts, theme parks, try new foods. We're going to go mini golfing, do some tapes. I keep saying tapes. Do some recordings of that. So we're going to do a lot of different things. As you can see, this is the side of Caribbean Beach where it's not really talked about, not really gone to, I guess. We're going to go to the other side in just a moment. Just, again, bear with us. We're working through this. I've had an annual pass at Disney since 2010. Been going to Disney since I was a little kid. This is the Spyglass Grill. I've been here once. Don't know much else about it. We're going to make a U-turn in a minute and turn around and go to the populated spot of Caribbean Beach and see what's doing there. But this is the quiet area. So we're starting out here as a first timer to get kind of my bearings of the live streaming. I never saw this before, but I'll tell you, it's really cool that they do have these turtles. I don't know if you guys can see it. We're going to walk down here. I am not going to fall because I'm walking on the grass instead of going down the steps, which was kind of foolish and silly of me. But I am looking at these turtles. I hope you guys can see this. This is kind of cool. I never really have took any tours in this area, but this is kind of cool how they have the 4 turtles here. And, it's just something for the kids, I guess, just something to relax. If you don't want to go and run around at the parks every 10 seconds. I know I love going to the parks, but some people just want to come to Disney and take it easy and go to the parks for a little bit and then check out. And I can understand that as a person that's been to the parks 500 million times, and sometimes you just want to go on a couple of things, and also besides that, just kind of hang out and relax at times. So as a local, again, had my annual pass since 2010. So during 2010, I got my annual pass. I went to school at Lynn University, if anybody's heard of that. It's over in Boca Raton, South Florida. We're gonna head back this way. There's no action going on here. Not to say, again, if you want to come down here, if you're staying at Caribbean Beach, I'd come down this end and just kind of relax and just take it easy. This is the area that's not really, I would say, as populated is probably the better terminology than the other area of Caribbean Beach. So anyways, but I've had this annual pass since 2010. A lot has changed in the long time that I've had that annual pass at Disney. But besides that, I've really enjoyed it. I made those drives from Boca Raton. How you doing? From Boca Raton to Central Florida many, many times throughout my years in college, doing my master's degree. And throughout that time, in general, I've learned to really love Disney. Obviously, I've been going to Disney since I was a little kid in general. Always been going to Orlando. And when I was in, as a kid, I've always went to Disney. My favorite park, actually growing up, was not at Disney. It was actually Universal Studios Florida. So I'm 35 years old. So at that time when Universal Studios opened up, now I was born in 1989. Now I can pretty much remember Universal Studios Florida opening up when they had Hanna-Barbera, when they had Jaws, when they also had, I'm trying to think, Earthquake, Back to the Future. Now this is going back. So the people that are younger, probably younger than 20, listening to this, they never went on those rides at Universal. So I think that that was a privilege to go on those rides at Universal, and I really enjoyed that time. Now, when Universal got rid of those rides, and obviously things change, life happens, I didn't enjoy Universal as much as when those rides were there. Again, I'm very much a vintage person. So then my park became Hollywood Studios. So let's go back to 2010 a little bit, when they had the American Idol experience. So that was my favorite attraction, not a ride, attraction at Hollywood Studios. So for people that are listening to this, that's where the Frozen sing-along is. So I really enjoyed that as well. Got to know a lot of people in entertainment at American Idol experience. Also, got to audition for the show many times. Really enjoyed that. Singing in front of a lot of people, that was really enjoyable. So beyond that, obviously Toy Story Midway Mania, we're going to go up this way and make a quick little turn to the right here. Toy Story Midway Mania was my favorite ride at Hollywood Studios. Still is, I guess I would say, to this day. Although I do have a lot of love for, not at Hollywood Studios, but at Animal Kingdom, the Safari. So that I would say that is kind of my favorite ride. For everybody listening, thanks so much for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and definitely tell people about this. Again, we're just starting out. We're trying this out, and hopefully it'll play out. It's a new experience for me. Watched a lot of live streams, and throughout that time I've learned some stuff, so it's always funny doing these in general. We're going to cross the street. We don't want to get murdered or killed here, so we're going to take a break for a second. Thank you. All right, almost across the street. All right, so we're good here. get by these people.
Oh,
All right, so we're back in business here. Let me move the camera back this way. All right, so this is the area that I would say is more populated, if we want to use that correct terminology. So we do obviously have one of the quieter pools, not the main pool on this side. All right, get past that. All right, so pool hours 7 to 11. Not too bad. It's kind of quiet. I'll tell you, it's really hot today around. And as we keep going, I think when we get down to Riviera, we'll take a quick break and go on the Skyliner just to kind of break up the time a little bit. Somewhat of a positive, of course. And we made sure that we went and did this, obviously, in the middle of the day, because at night, obviously, the Skyliner is more packed. People are leaving the parks. People are going to the parks. We didn't want to go at 2 o'clock, because if we went at 2 o'clock in general, then, you know, obviously people are leaving and going to different parks, obviously with that park hopper time slot at 2 o'clock. So we're gonna head to the pool a little bit, walk around there. Maybe we'll go in some stores and see what's doing. And from there, again, we'll go on that Skyliner Riviera. It's very quiet over here as of right now. Probably because most of the people are at the pool right now. I think it's around like 3:52. Yeah, that's what it looks like as far as the time frame here. But again, it's hot and sunny, about 85 degrees here. It is a good day to go to the pool. Good day to go for a run if you're used to the heat. I know some people are used to the heat, some people aren't. I love the heat. I love to work out in the heat. Just make sure you're hydrated and you're drinking all that water. And if you're doing that, you should be in pretty good shape. But I'm just gonna turn this so people see the view. So again, I love this beautiful view. I think this is a good place to go. Went on dates here, walked around here, and just enjoy seeing that beautiful view during the day as well as at night. So it's just something different to do. How you doing, sir?
good. How are you?
Good, good. All right. And we're almost there, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a turn over here just because we're getting closer toward the pool. So we're gonna show you guys a little bit of what's going on at the pool. I'm not sure if there's any children's activities coordinators going on there. I don't know if we call them coordinators. I don't know if we call them I guess we should call them cast members, not coordinators, but they might be rocking and rolling over there with some dance moves and also some music and other activities. We'll see what happens as we keep going towards this. How you doing, sir?
Good.
Good, good.
Another beautiful day.
You ain't kidding. As hot, I prefer the heat than the cold.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Where you guys from?
New Jersey.
All right, Rhode Island originally. So, listen, I'll take the heat anytime. Oh, that's why I went to college at Lynn.
No.
Yeah, Lynn University. Yeah, did my undergrad and my master's. So that used to be my territory, Boca. So,
I love Boca.
it's a magical place.
Yeah.
It's an expensive place though, but it is a magical place.
That's my wife.
My favorite place.
When it's too cold in Jersey, we run them both.
You run down here. Yeah, no, listen. Well, it's going to start getting, I think it's about 60-ish degrees up there now.
Yeah.
From what I heard.
Oh, last week snowed. A few days ago it snowed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Yeah.
3 inches of snow.
Well, stay down here. Don't go back. Anyways, guys, see you later. Thanks so much. Have a great day. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Anyways, we're just going to show the view here. And sometimes if you're looking at the right time, you can see the frogs on the lily pads. Also, you can see some of the turtles. And the pool, we'll show that in just a second, is rocking and rolling here. Yes, as you can see, the pool is pretty, that's not too busy actually. I take that back. Yeah, it's not too busy. Let's just go over here for a second. Oh, we're gonna turn this way. I'm gonna get used to this. We'll get used to it. And let's see if we see any turtles. I do see a bird over there. I don't know if anybody can make it out. I can't see the camera well because of the sun, and the glare is very hard. But as you can see, the pool is not too bad. Somewhat busy, but somewhat not. I just like to walk around as a person that loves plants. I like to just walk around sometimes and look at the plants. I would say my favorite festival is the Flower and Garden at Epcot, which is going on right now. I definitely would say if you're heading to Orlando, if you're in Orlando, if you're in Florida, wherever you may be around the state of Florida, I would say head over to Epcot, the Flower and Garden, excuse me. Starting to need a drink of water in a second, but the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival, and if you go over there, definitely check out, there's some beautiful flowers, beautiful architecture in general, and I love what they do with that flower and garden every year in general. So I would say definitely go and do that. I will be. There's actually some really good concerts coming up, concerts that I'm going to go to if we do hopefully get there, which I believe we will for sure, 100%. I will do some filming of those concerts, and we have 98 Degrees is going to be there. I think Taylor Dane for sure is going to be there. I believe the Spinners are going to be there. Now, that's an old group. So if the people that are listening that love the oldies are listening, they'll know the Spinners. This is kind of just a good place, just to switch gears here, a good place in general to relax, especially at night. I mean, although I do believe they close this at night. So I don't know how long you can go in here for, but again, for people just tuning in, we are at Caribbean Beach. We're going to be going to Riviera. We're going to be heading on the Skyliner, doing our little rides back and forth. We're going to go to Pop Century and walk around over there. Just kind of a quiet, relaxing stream, or even stroll, if you want to say that, throughout the resorts today. Appreciate everybody tuning in. This is, I would say, my first live stream. We did live stream Beauty and the Beast the other day. Wasn't the best quality. It was okay quality. But, you know, we're going to get better at this. We're starting out fresh here, and we're going to get to some good quality. Again, we're going to go to all the hotels, the resorts. We're going to go mini golf, and we're going to go regular golf, and we're going to go to the water parks. We're going to go and taste different foods in general. So this is a long commitment that I'm making, and with that commitment, we are going to make sure that we put the time and effort to make the best product possible. Again, this is a one-man band, and we're trying our best here, and we're going to see what happens in general as far as the time goes on. But I got a feeling that once I get used to everything, we're going to have some really, really good success and a really good product to put out for people that are watching in the Orlando area, people that are watching in the Northeast, the Southeast, the Midwest, and the West. And even if you're watching abroad, welcome. And again, just bear with me as we are getting the kinks out of this. This is, again, the first time of doing this. This is our first stream, but we're going to get better. We're just moving and grooving. We're going to try to get all the kinks and rust out of all this. So it's a long time coming, and it's happening. So we are grateful for that. So as we keep moving forward, through the heat, I should say, it is 85 degrees. So I'm going to get my sweat on. And I don't know if anybody was tuning in at the beginning, but I did show you I was wearing my pink Tommy Bahama shirt. I actually really enjoy wearing these shirts, and they feel good, they look good, and I'm really enjoying them. I bought a lot of them in the past, and I'm going to continue to wear them. I think they look pretty fresh, especially for being in the state of Florida. I think if you wear those Tommy Bahama shirts, you can have some pretty success as far as the style goes. So as we're approaching almost Riviera, not too far from here, we're probably going to hit the Skyline, although I may take a loop around. Now, last time I took a loop around Riviera, we had some serious issues. Now, I was walking my sister's service dog around Riviera with her, and we had an incident at the Riviera with a bird. Now, there is mating season with some of the birds at Riviera. Due to that, they did see the service dog, who she has a lot of fur, on her body. And due to that, the birds were trying to not just attack me, but also attack her. And this encounter happened twice in a few weeks. So we decided not to go back to Riviera as far as doing walks. Now, I will walk there because I don't have any fur, and I think I should be okay. Now, the mating season for these birds is until May, so it's still going on. So, and I actually talked to some cast members. They actually told me that some people were actually attacked as far as cast members. So I would say, and I'm not trying to be, disrespectful or anything, this is just part of nature. I would say for anybody that is going to New Riviera that's near the quiet pool, just be a little vigilant from here until May, and make sure that you're watching for the birds, because they are mating and they are worried, I guess, that you're gonna mess with their nest, or I was gonna mess with their nest, or beyond that, the dog was gonna mess with the nest. So due to that, they started getting very nervous and trying to attack. So let me move this back so we can get a better view of what's going on. And we're almost near the Skyliner. I'm debating, if anybody wants to write in the chat, whether we should go on the Skyliner or just keep looping around Riviera. I'm actually going to get a drink of water in a second, because honestly, I've been running my mouth too much. So I appreciate the people listening. I appreciate people that are bearing with me in my motor mouth. I do hope people listening like this stream, subscribe to our podcast and our live stream. Again, we are building a format for just live streaming Disney products and the theme parks, the restaurants, going over there, doing videos. Right now, I'm just doing this off the podcasting site and radio show that I do. But again, we will be building a full-on channel with videos, with live streams of everything Disney. Since, listen, if you're down here and you live down here and you live close enough to Disney, where I am, then you might as well just do this, not only for people's benefits listening, so they can learn and watch and see what's going on, even if they're in New York, Los Angeles, wherever it may be, the UK, but also do it to help people learn more about Disney, and also learn more about what's going on in the restaurants, the parks, so they actually have that live view and say, listen, maybe I want to go on this attraction, but I want to watch it first. Maybe I want to try this restaurant, but I want to see what's going on in the restaurant, what the food looks like first. Obviously, there's other people doing this. Again, we want to put our product out just like they are. And with that, hopefully, again, people will learn something. So I'm trying to see if anything, so we're not getting anybody saying anything in the live chat about if we should go on the Skyliner or just keep rocking and rolling around Riviera, but I'm debating what I'm gonna do. Let's see, there's no line for the Skyliner right now, and it's kind of wide open for the, obviously the walk around. Let's see, you know what, I'm gonna keep walking around. We'll give you guys the live view. We'll go on the Skyliner a little bit, but let's keep going around the Riviera and see what's doing. All right. So I'm gonna go through this way just because it's more of a scenic view. I know we haven't had anything really exciting go on in the stream just because we're kind of walking outside. We haven't been inside the resort. But it is a real nice day, and I want to get my vitamin D as well. So we're going to keep it outside right now, but next time we do this, whenever it is, more sooner than later, we will go inside to the resorts and kind of walk around. I might go into Caribbean and walk around and look at the stores and see what's doing in there. Anyways, we're just looking at the, I don't think we would call that a painting, but nice fountains here. And again, thanks everybody for listening. Again, like, share, subscribe, whatever you can do. We appreciate that. So I'm going back into the heat of the day, and we're going into the sun here. Just bear with us. And there's a bird. This is my arch nemesis. I'm just kidding. I love animals, love birds, love dogs, love cats. I have no problems with any animals. I just was very nervous because I had been attacked over here. Actually, it was right in this area, literally. Oh, I shouldn't say attacked. I should say I was haunted, maybe? I don't know. But it was literally right in this area where they're nesting, and there's a lot of bird activity right now. Even, and that was like literally, I would say maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. Right now I'm seeing a lot of bird activity. So again, it's still the nesting season. This was from a manager. This is not just me running my mouth. One of the managers told me that the nesting season is over in May. So thankfully we've been somewhat successful of getting past where at least the craziness happened last time with the bird. And now we're moving forward. So as you can see, there's some activity over here. Let's go this way. Phew, it's hot out. All right, how you doing? Thought that was my phone for a second. That's not even the ring I have. See, it's tough to film during the day because on the phone you can't really see and there's a lot of glare. And that's the problem. I'm actually going to get a cup of water because I desperately need it. So just bear with me over here. All right. One second, everyone. Okay. Now we're back in business. That pool is pretty busy. All right, we're back in business. Just had to take a little bit of a water break. Thankfully, I still got the water cup with me. So we're in good shape here, if you saw that. Gotta stay hydrated, even if the exercise isn't intense, which obviously we're not doing that intense exercising, but still gotta stay hydrated. Otherwise, we'll have some serious problems. So anyway, so we are walking near that Riviera beach. Same sort of same sort of beach they have at Caribbean. All right, and this is where I got attacked the second time. And literally, I had to bolt. If you look to the left, there's that little pathway. And I literally ran with the dog down this path. We ran back into the back side of I guess it's the front side of the hotel. And that was it. It was quite scary, honestly. Because even though birds are small, they're dangerous creatures. And I did not want to mess with any kind of creature. I think we're going to go into the store over in Caribbean and look around, see what's doing. We'll go back around the pool side again. And then we're going to go over to Pop Century. We'll walk around there, see what's doing over there. So we've been on this live stream for about 33 minutes. Again, this is my first ever live stream, so we're going to work out all the kinks and we're going to get this looking good and everything will hopefully work out. We'll just say it is going to work out. Why are we saying hopefully? Got to have a little faith. Faith and trust and a little bit of pixie dust, right? For people listening. And if you love nature, I would say definitely come and stay over at Riviera or Caribbean Beach, because they do have that big, or even at Pop Century, there's some nice spots for nature in general to just look at the birds and all the cranes and the many other wildlife that are around Central Florida. The geckos are obviously running around everywhere, so you can check those out. So yeah, I mean, I would say these three hotels specifically, well, I'm a big Skyliner person, so, excuse me, had to take a drink. So due to that, I would say I mainly go in this area and hang around, walk around, see what's doing in general, but I would say there's a lot of nature stuff all around in this area, so if you're big into that, such as I am, definitely check it out. So I'm using the gimbal for people that are listening and watching. Again, this is my first live stream, first time we ever used the gimbal. So again, I'm just still learning the tricks of the trade. Now, I am going to ask someone who's done a lot of these how to definitely work out the kinks with the gimbal, but we're going to get it going. So you can see the big birdhouse over here. And there's a lot of birds nesting right now, so I'm sure the birdhouse is pretty full with the nesting season right now. How you doing?
Hey, good.
Everybody's pretty friendly, so that's good. I don't usually have problems with anybody. I mean, it's the happiest place on earth, remember? And not only just that, you got to also remember, most people are on vacation, so they should be happy. So this is a place where you can, again, sit, relax. I got the fire pit. And with the fire pit, obviously, that's where the children's activities have the marshmallows at night. Sometimes it's s'mores, sometimes it's marshmallows. And you can go over there, and I believe it's for free. At least it was for free when I did the job. So when I worked at Disney, I did do children's activities, worked at Star Tours, worked at the reservation center. So this was back a little bit of ways, but not too far back. But they were free as far as the s'mores and the marshmallows at that time. So I still think they are, but don't quote me on that. It has the other birdhouse, which I'm sure, again, is probably full due to... All right, so I guess these are the birds. The purple martins, if people can see that. I think that's in the shot. Purple martins, yeah. Okay, so these are maybe the birds that try to take me down. How you doing, sir? Yeah, I think we'll go in the store for a minute, see what's doing. Now, if anybody really wants to go back, the boathouse in at Caribbean Beach, we'll go to the boat barge or whatever we want to call it. That's where they filmed Sebastian's Jamboree. Obviously, Sebastian the crab from The Little Mermaid. The guy that voiced Sebastian the crab, I believe his name was Samuel Lee. I could be wrong. I believe it is Samuel, though, the first name. And they had a big concert, and you can go on YouTube and watch it. It was actually, as a kid, that was like my favorite video growing up. Seeing Samuel, I believe it's Lee, excuse me, sing a lot of the songs from The Little Mermaid and also other songs. And it's still on YouTube. It's called Sebastian's Jamboree. Now, it was filmed at Typhoon Lagoon, partially. Also filmed at Caribbean Beach. And also filmed at... I'm trying to think where else. I can't think of it offhand, but... Anyways, regardless, I would say definitely go and watch it. I know it's kind of a kid's video, but Sebastian's Jamboree, when I was growing up, it was filmed at Caribbean Beach. And I hear the music at Riviera, so I guess the children's activities is pumping at the pool. And they're rocking and rolling there. But again, Sebastian's Jamboree, I would say definitely check that out, because it was filmed at Typhoon Lagoon and Caribbean Beach. And I believe somewhere else, but I can't remember offhand, so. Anyways, we'll clarify that on another time. So let's see what's shaking, rattling, and rolling over here in the merchandise shops. I think it's time to do that. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the heat. And I could stand out here. That's not why I'm going in here, by the way. I actually want to finish my drink before I go in here, just because it's less to carry. And we do want to look at the merch. So bear with me. Okay. I wonder if those lights, if those lights actually work. Is there anything even in those? Yeah, there are light bulbs in there. They must work. Just bear with me, I'm just finishing my drink. Okay. All right. Oh, let me get that for you. Go ahead. Yeah, no problems, guys. All right. All right, now we're inside. Now I can actually see what's going on. 39 minutes in. All right. Wow, there's no one eating. Let's go into the trading post. See what's going on here. I got something on my shoe. Let's see. Let's see, I want to get this. Oh, this is definitely too big for me. I would wear this though. It's definitely. What size is this? Oh, a medium. Does anybody like this? Yeah, it's all right. Let's put this back up. I like that shirt, but I know it's a woman's shirt. The blue shirt, because that's my favorite color. Let's see. Like, this towel's nice. Let's see. Oh, this is the little. Does that say Caribbean Beach Resort? All right, let's see what's going on around here. Anything that I would like? Is this backpack? Yeah, I like the color, but I don't like the style. Let's see that. I'm trying to see if there's. I like the Skyliner stuff just because it says the Skyliner on it. Scenic route. There's Huey, Dewey, and Louie on the Skyliner. Stitch on the Skyliner. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I want to see the hats. It's almost like an Indiana Jones hat. Not really. I used to have that Monsters University hat. Don't know what happened to it. The real one, not this one. This is the real one. $29.99. I still don't know what happened to it. Mine didn't have the eye in it. Let's see. Here's all the Mickey ears. Is that a wedding one? No, that's not a wedding one. All right, here's all the drinks. Let's see. It's all the candies. We don't really have to look at the food. Hey, Radiator Springs. This is a chocolate bar. Milk chocolate with crisp rice. Not bad, not bad. It's the popcorn. Let's see the mugs. Is there any mugs that look nice for me? Oh, I like the Wilderness Explorers mug. Not mug, but water bottle? Is that what we say? I don't know. What a can. Let's see. Stitch mugs are nice. No better place to reset. Disney. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I like these. And they even got the little stitch on them. It's kind of cool. How much are these? Let's see. I can't get it. Let's see. $64.99. Oof. Little bit out of my price range. $64.99. I don't think so. Tell you what, it is really hot out there. Even just walking around. Here's the monorail. How much is the monorail? Do they have a price on them? Let's see. I can't see the price. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost had an accident there. I don't know. Can't find the price on the monorail. We'll leave that as it goes. There's the Little Mermaid stuff, toys. Marvel. It's Mickey and Minnie. It's all the stuffed animals. They even got the aristocrats down there. So, yeah, it's cool. $25 for the plus. I like the plush Stitch. I love the plush Stitch. Oh, and the Sorcerer Mickey. It's cool. I love the Sorcerer Mickey. I like the Sorcerer Mickey because of Hollywood Studios, because I miss the Mickey hat. That was terrible when they got rid of that, in my opinion, of course. Whoa, whoa, whoa. $39.99. The plush over here is $25. Not too bad. Here's all the Frozen stuff. Cinderella, Frozen dolls. Let's see what pens. Nice pens. I need to, well, I'm looking at the Magic Band Plus. Let's see what they are. How much are the Magic Band Plus? Oh, different prices. 34, 44, 49, 54, and 64. So they all run different. If I was gonna get one, I would get one with different character on it. Let's see. Let's see, the jewelry. That's why everybody's at the pool, because it's so hot out. Stores are dead. How much is this? Just for kicks. $90. A mini bag. Ooh, they got the Disney key. How much is the Disney key? $24.99. I think these are cute ornaments for the tree. How much is it? $26.99. Pick this up. Wow, this is a heavy weighted blanket, 12 pounds. Oops, excuse me. No, you're fine. These two baskets. All right, we're gonna head back outside. It's too nice outside to be inside. Look at this.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a great day, guys. All right, let's see what we're gonna do now. Oh man, I think we're gonna head. Should I head to Riviera and go on the Skyliner from there? I might do that. Then we'll go to Pop. All right. It's a little bit of a high traffic area. Oh, Sebastian's Bistro is opened. Must be ready for dinner. It is 4:31. I didn't even realize that. So what I think we're gonna do is we'll head over back down to Riviera, and then from Riviera we'll take the Skyliner back to the main station, and then I think we'll Pop, and then after Pop we'll probably hang around there for a little bit and then call it quits. I think that's the good idea. Not too bad. First ever stream. Again, just bear with us. We're gonna get all the kinks and everything sorted out and we'll be in good shape. All right. Let's see what's going on here. It's very quiet over here. Oh, they must be... Oh, okay. They're putting the stuff away for the children's activities. All right. Bum 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 bum. Down 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 down. Down. All right. It's like pitch silence over here. Dead silence, pitch. Anyway, so I just wanted to go back to what we were talking about earlier on. We went into all different topics, but so I would say when we go back to talking about Hollywood studios, because we're going to end up going back there after, obviously. But like when I used to go to Hollywood studios back in 2010, we used to go over there and we would go to, like I said, American Idol experience. We'd go to Toy Story Midway Mania. And then, I do all the other rides. This is before, obviously, Star Wars Land started. With that, when they closed all that down, the backlot tour, I used to love the backlot tour. Again, I know it was a little bit dated, but regardless, I believe that that was a mistake to get rid of that. I know some people disagree. We got a lot of people that love Star Wars. That's fine. I personally think what should have happened was you build another park. You make half of it Pixar Land. You can put Monsters, Inc. You can put Toy Story in there. You can put Incredibles. You can put all kinds of Pixar attractions in there. And then you put the other side with Star Wars. And with that, you got a whole park geared to Star Wars and Pixar's. And then what they could have done was they could have played around with the backlot tour. They still would have had the Osborne Festival of Dancing Lights, which many people used to come specifically to Hollywood studios to watch the Osborne Festival of Dancing Lights at Christmas time. I know that was one of my favorite things. When that closed, I believe it was in 15. That really was a downer for me. So with that closing, I know a lot of people weren't too excited about the American Idol experience, but I believe that was a good show just because that was a different show every day. And now Disney owns American Idol, so they would have got the whole franchise for free, which before they would have had to pay for. They did have to pay for it. And with that also, I'm sure they would have probably got the music or got a discount on the music. I know they had to pay for the rights for the music. So I think that was kind of a mistake. And beyond that, I was just a little disappointed with, again, Osborne Lights, the Backlot Tour, the Streets of America, American Idol experience. If you put Star Wars and you put also Pixar Land in the other park, you could have got rid of Toy Story Midway Mania, or you could have kept it for that matter, or you could have put it in the other park if they really wanted to do that. I know that probably would have been more money, but with that, even if they wanted to keep Midway Mania there, you still would have had a whole park geared to Pixar and also to Star Wars, which again, I think that would have been more of a better investment than just tearing up Hollywood Studios. And then obviously I'm a little upset with the Muppets leaving because Jim Henson obviously passed away. That was Jim Henson's last work, was the Muppets at Hollywood Studios. And it's also a pretty good show. It's not a dated show. It's not a show that needs a lot of attention. It's a very safe show. And I think if you keep that, a lot of people would be happy. I don't like what they're doing with moving it to the Rock and Roller Coaster as far as just making the Rock and Roller Coaster Muppets. That doesn't do anything for me. So again, I love Disney. This doesn't mean that I don't like Disney. This means that I'm being honest. I don't cult worship in politics. I don't cult worship in Disney. I don't cult worship in anything. I try to be straight up and honest about this. And I think if we kept Hollywood Studios more like a movie studio, more like it used to be, you know, getting rid of the actors, the Hollywood actors that were out before COVID. They left in COVID, obviously, and never came back. You know, there was some things that really stood out and made Hollywood Studios what it was supposed to be, and obviously now it's gone. So it's a little disappointing for me, I would just say. So it's going to Hollywood Studios is not what it used to be for me personally. But then obviously we take the good and the bad and the ugly, and we move forward in life. And with that, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't make those kind of decisions. I just roll with them. So that's the way it goes. So obviously we're almost near the Skyliner. And I think after we do a quick walk around Pop, I think I'm gonna end the stream because I'm starting to get a little hot right now. So I think we did pretty dang good for today. All right. And we're almost, I'll walk this way just for kicks. Go a little different. It's very windy out today, which is fine with me because it does make it a little cooler. All right, we're back near the quiet pool, almost near the Skyliner, on our way. I'm gonna try to walk a little bit faster to try to get to that Skyliner, just so we can go on the Skyliner, then head over to Pop, and then after Pop we can call it quits, I think, for today. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. You might have been hurt, babe. That ain't no lie. Got a little NSYNC in the background, in my mind, anyway. I'm a big instinct guy. Got to see Joey Fatone over at, I believe it was a Food and Wine, yeah, this past year, 2024. Lance Bass was there. That was kind of cool to see them. They did a lot of NSYNC songs. Also did I Want It That Way from the Backstreet Boys, which is one of my favorites as well. So that was cool. Almost on the Skyliner. We're getting there. We're moving. We're moving. All right. Can get a good tan. I've been getting a good tan lately. I haven't really even been out in the sun, which I gotta get back out in the sun. But we'll get there. How you doing? All right, so we're back in business. Heading on the Skyliner right now. Almost up to the front. Almost up to the front. How you doing, sir?
Holy cow!
How are you? Yeah, good. No problem. All right, have a great day. Thank you. No problem. You too. All right, so we're back on the Skyliner.
It's ironic what your hat says, and you're giving us love.
Hey, I'm not eating it.
Is this healthy?
No, but I'm not eating it. Listen, you can have a sweet every once in a while. No problem. I gave her a lollipop, and I was wearing a hat that talked about health, and she said, I think it's ironic that you're giving out candy, and you're saying it says on your hat about getting healthy. And I said, I'm not eating it. And she started laughing. I said, you can have a candy every once in a while. That's all right. Anyways, we're back on the Skyliner. This was where I was. Oh man, all right. Sorry, I had to close my backpack. I know we went a little movement a little bit.
Go island hopping at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
We're gonna go island hopping at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. So I'll tell you, I was here on the Skyliner throughout 2020. Well, at least when Disney opened up, it's nice to sit. Oh, we had an issue here. All right, hold on a second, guys. Oh.
We are now sailing over Disney's Caribbean
Something
Beach Resort,
happened.
where every day feels like a Junkanoo celebration.
Oh, my battery died.
In just a few moments, we will be landing at Disney's Caribbean.
All right, guys. Well,
Beach
my
Resort.
battery died. I thank people for listening. The gimbal battery died, so we're gonna call it quits today because I'm not gonna hold my phone and shake, rattle, and roll with the phone and get everybody seasick and nauseous. But I do thank everyone for listening. I do hope people that made it to the end just subscribe and share. We're gonna get this better. This is our first time recording. First time. We're gonna get this better. Again, like, subscribe, share. Thanks so much. Check out our interviews. We're gonna have more of these live streams in the future. Oh.
Please remain seated until the
Sorry, my gimbal is going crazy. I'll catch you later. Thank you, everyone.